Broadcasting more than 2,000 games live and archived in 15 sports in over 10 counties in western Pennsylvania, as well as being the exclusive home for all the WPIAL playoffs and championships for nearly 2 decades. Anytime, anywhere, always there. We are the MSA Sports Network.
Welcome to exclusive coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Soccer Playoffs here on the Management Science Associates Sports Network. The high school soccer playoffs at MSAsports.net is sponsored by Progress, by Carlow University, by First Commonwealth Bank, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Officially Sports, by Dollar Bank, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates.
Championship Saturday continues on the MSA Sports Network. From Highmark Stadium, the boys Class 3A Championship about to get underway as number 3 Mars takes on number 5 Chartiers Valley. Good afternoon and welcome back. The 2016 WPIAL Boys Soccer Championships brought to you by Progress here on the MSA Sports Network alongside Sean Saputo, Matt Vandrak with you here at Highmark Stadium. Sean, they weren't the favorites in the classification, but both of them are here looking to stake their claim for championship gold. Mars, the 3 seed, 16-3-1, the regular season champions of Section 1. Chartiers Valley, the 5 seed, 16-4-0, the second place team out of Section 4.
Yeah, a lot of when the brackets came out, a lot of people were probably looking at Montour getting here, as well as possibly even Thomas Jefferson, the 2 top teams really in 3A, this past year. But there you have the 3 versus the 5 seed. Chartiers Valley comes out of that conference with Thomas Jefferson, while Mars comes out of the conference Section 1 that involved Hampton, Greensburg, Salem, Knock, Indiana, Highlands, and Armstrong. Mars making its way in, as the conference champion, the only conference champion that made it this far, of course, because they're here at Highmark Stadium tonight, and they get to face a determined Chartiers Valley team who has had a pretty solid road here to Highmark Stadium.
Mars has scored 64 goals in their 20 regular and postseason games, an average of 3.2 goals per game. The Planets have given up 21 goals against in those games, an average of 1.1 goals against per match. They've posted 9 shutouts in 2016 and have not been blanked this season. Chartiers Valley has scored 73 goals in their 20 regular season and playoff games, an average of 3.7 goals per game. The Colts have given up 13 goals against in those games, an average of 0.7 goals against per match. They've posted 10 shutouts in 2K16 and have been blanked twice. 2 good players, 1 on each side here, Sean. Mars led by Corey Ferguson. He's netted 18 goals so far this season. Chartiers Valley led by Sean Tinney, who scored 22 goals in 2K16. We'll go to the field for your live introduction of the starters.
Number 5, Lucas Mowry. Number 8, Shane Listman. 14, Caleb Brake. 15, Spencer Nath. 18, Corey Ferguson. Number 20, Garrett Riddle. 23, Colton Seifert. 24, Zane Mundy. 25, Corey Hahn. 32, Dan Feathers. Head coach, Chris Knapp. For the Chartiers Valley Colts. Number 0, Caleb Zaherchik. Number 2, Josh DiMatteo. Number 4, Johnny Henderson. Number 6, Charlie Kovac. Number 10, Sean Tiny. 11, Nate Wood. 12, Jimmy Boyle. 14, Baxter Eckenrode. 16, Jack Barlow. 18, Jake Hackett. 36, John Ewer. Head coach, Garrett McKenzie. This time, ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for the singing of the national anthem by Lincoln Park Performing Arts Charter School student Alexis Burke.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Starting lineups and a live rendition of the national anthem here at Highmark Stadium as we get ready to kick off this boys 3A WPIAL championship. To get here, Mars defeated Ringgold 5-1 in the opening round, Moon 3-1 in the quarterfinals, and Thomas Jefferson 2-1 in the semis. Chartiers Valley defeated Knock 3-0 in the first round, West Allegheny 1-0 in the quarterfinals, and Montour 2-1 in the semis. First meeting of the season between these teams, they had common opponents in Moon and Thomas Jefferson. Mars defeated the Planets and the Jaguars, as mentioned in the playoffs. Chartiers Valley defeated Moon 4-0 in the regular season and split their regular season matches with TJ, losing 2-1 and winning 3-2. Mars lost in last season's Class AA championship to South Fayette. They also fell in the PIAA quarterfinals. The Planets lost in the Class AA first round in 2014 and 2013. They also lost in the AA championship in 2012 and 2010. Mars' last championship coming in 2009. So a lot of championship pedigree for this Planets program. Chartiers Valley, this is their first shot at a championship in a long time. CV's last championship came in 2001 when current head coach Garrett McKenzie was a player for the Colts.
And in this game, despite both of these teams will be heading to the PIAA bracket, and with that, both these teams will be joining Montour in that state bracket, as Montour 5-0 victors over the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars just a few days ago in the consolation game.
Game time temperatures 61 degrees here in Station Square. Sun still shining over the city. Planets will move right to left to get it started. They're decked out in the blue jerseys with the gold trim and the white shorts. Left to right, the Chartiers Valley Colts will move. They're decked out in the white jerseys with the white shorts and the red and blue trim. Planets take possession to get it started as Corey Ferguson brings it through midfield to Shane Lisman. Lisman trying to get around the defender there. Nate Wood able to take it away, play it here to the right side, giving CV a chance to bring it back through midfield. Jack Barlow with the ball. Barlow a right foot pass down the right wing side, and Jimmy Boyle tries to make his move, puts it into the goal box. Big collision there, and a whistle against Chartiers Valley as Nate Wood came busting into the goal box and ended up running over one of the Planets defenders. Goal kick will go to the Planets, who will send this one away. As goaltender, Amin Dyron sends it back through midfield. Ball sent back by Chartiers Valley through the circle. And up the left side, it's Jimmy Boyle. Boyle with the lead pass to Nate Wood down the right wing side. Cut off neatly on a good defensive play by Zane Mundy. Back comes CV, who has had the better of the possession now. Playing it up the right side, Josh DiMatteo to the net. Coming out is Dyron, and he'll cut it off with 2 defenders falling over top of him. Mars taking no chances as CV put it on the net.
We'll see how this game goes. I was here yesterday and last evening for the 1A championship between Swickley and Cardinal Wuerl that ended in a 1-0 Swickley Academy victory with 1 minute left in overtime. And much in that game, 2 teams hadn't seen each other. It was a feeling out process. We'll see how much of that goes on this evening between 2 teams that have yet to be combatants this year.
As a matter of fact, the last time these 2 teams met was the year that Mars last won the championship. These 2 schools are meeting in the 2009 quarterfinals of Class AA, with Mars knocking Chartiers Valley off en route to championship goal by the score of 3-0. Planets from that free kick will play it back up the far sideline. Throw will belong to Chartiers Valley. Just underway here. 38 minutes left in this opening half. Through midfield, Planets with the ball. And they'll bring it back right to left. Here comes Corey Haim. Haim trying to split 2 defenders, drops it back to the midfield. Now a left wing pass coming here to Zane Mundy. Mundy double teamed on the play, has it taken away by Chartiers Valley's Nate Wood. Wood going to send it back through midfield. Bouncing ball ahead here, looking for Jimmy Boyle. Boyle trying to get through 2 defenders, but Caleb Brake will cut him off. Play it up the near sideline and out. Throw will go to the Colts.
Both teams getting pressure in each other's defensive zones, but nothing too extravagant, as neither team has yet to boast a shot.
Left to right, the Colts move here in half number 1. Right to left, the Planets with it. Throwing belongs to Mars. By having the higher seed, they are the home team. And throw it in, and it goes out. John Ewer will throw it right back in here for Chartiers Valley from in front of the Planets bench here on the near side of the pitch. Ewer sets up and launches this one into the goal box. Ball headed up in the air and knocked out by Caleb Brake. Up the right side, here come the Planets with the ball. Ferguson has it stolen away by his counterpart in 18, Jake Hackett. Coming back to the backside here, Nate Wood drops it back to Barlow. Barlow moving this ball ahead. It's bounced to Brake for the Planets, and Brake, that is, will play through midfield. Shane Lisman trying to head that ball down, knocks it down with his chest, and a steal for the Planets. Corey Haim dribbling to his right, looking for that right wing pass. A little bit behind Corey Ferguson, the leading scorer as mentioned on this Planet team. Ferguson knocks his counterpart in 18, Hackett down. Ball comes to the Planet. Hard slide there by Chartiers Valley's Sean Tinney as he took down the Planet's Corey Haim, who was looking to set that shot up. Ball played back now to the Moon goal. Deeren will play it up the left side, where Charlie Kovacs for Chartiers Valley takes it away. Spinning on the far side of the field against Garrett Riddle. Riddle playing it back into his goal box, and the Planets will send it back through the circle. Lisman after the ball. Teammate Spencer Nath will take it. Nath challenged on the play at the top of the circle, and a whistle and a call coming up against Chartiers Valley. We'll give a free kick to the Planets.
Free kick for Mars.
On the CV side of the pitch.
This is a Chartiers Valley team looking to bring a second WPIAL championship in just a matter of months to the school, as the baseball team coming out as the 3 seed from its section went on a run in the WPIAL playoffs for baseball last year with a victory over Blackhawk 4-3.
Long shot all the way from midfield on the free kick by Dan Feathers. Comes right to the Chartiers Valley goal box. And Caleb Zajaschek will take care of it and send it back through midfield on our first shot of the afternoon. To the far side it goes. Planets throw in. Ball headed on by Kovac. After it for the Planets is Feathers. Feathers drops down and drops it back to the right side. Ball coming through the midfield area now. CV coming away with it. Slide attempt taken away. And here come the Colts. Nate Wood down the right side. Wood through a defender. Wood trying a second move to get around Haim. And Mundy comes in to cut him off. Battle for the ball there in the neutral zone. Ferguson double teamed, has it stolen. Josh DiMatteo trying to make that a right wing pass. Can't have it. Spencer Nath takes it away. Nath bringing it back through midfield. Little left wing chip here. And too far for Zane Mundy as it comes over the near sideline in front of the Chartiers Valley bench and head coach Garrett McKenzie. We mentioned McKenzie, a player for Chartiers Valley. The last time the Colts won WPIAL Soccer Gold back in 2001. Chartiers Valley, it's been a great season for them soccer-wise. This is their first playoff season since 2009, which was also the last year that the Colts were in the former Class AA. They moved up to AAA and did not have a good run, playing in Section 5 of AAA for the past 6 seasons. They had a combined record of 30, 53, and 13, and no playoff appearances. Colts have had the better of the play here in the early going as Kovacs brings it back in. Long shot coming, and it's going to go wide and over the end line. Goal kick for the Planets.
As you can see with this Chartiers Valley team, just based off the starting lineups, out of the starting 11, 7 of those starters on the field for Chartiers Valley, just juniors. So that makes for what could be a future in terms of growing the pedigree for boys soccer.
Yeah, this is a Mars team that's back this year for the second year in a row. They graduated a lot of seniors, a veteran team last year that fell to South Fayette in the championship game here. And this younger team has carried on the tradition, exceeding expectations, if you will, even as the 3 seed here looking to claim championship gold for the first time for Mars since 2009, even though the Planets have been here. This now the 4th time in the past 6 seasons.
Yeah, 6 starters for Mars, actually, underclassmen. 3 of them juniors, and much to the surprise, when you get this far, very seldom do you see a team with 3 sophomores included on the field getting yourselves to a championship run.
Char Valley maintaining possession, playing the ball up the far side. Jimmy Boyle after it there, battle in the corner, and coming away with it are the Planets. Shane Lisman trying to bring it back through midfield. Up the near side now, it's stolen. Whistle on the play. Going to go against the Planets as Mundy knocked down one of the Colts, and the free kick belongs to CV. Hackett will take this one. Here on the right side, about 30 yards out, and he bends it in. Header redirects straight up in the air and over the end line. Goal kick, going to be a corner kick actually for Chartiers Valley. So our first corner of the afternoon belongs to Chartiers Valley. From the far side of the pitch, Jake Hackett will take it to the right of the Mars goal box. Hackett comes in, right foots it in front, cleared out. Good play by Colton Seifert, and that gives the Planets a chance to bring it back here through midfield. Ball slowed down as Corey Haim on the right wing. Good moves trying to get around a defender. Able to keep it going. Haim dancing it back towards the circle. Will drop back to the defense now. Right at midfield. Right foot blast back into the CV end. Knocked down by DiMatteo. Through midfield. Stolen back by the Planet, Spencer Nath. Nath felled on the play. And Chartiers Valley back the other way. Here comes Jimmy Boyle. Down the right side with the runner. Outside the box now as Boyle switches feet left to right. Boyle drives in tight against Caleb Brake. Brake defends him well. Loose ball right along the line. Underneath the Brake, who comes away with it. Well defended on that play by Caleb Brake, one of the seniors who played in last year's championship game. Up the left side. Here comes Mundy. Mundy bringing it back. Nice move. Down the left wing side, Mundy drives in, puts a pass through the box, and it's going to be over the end line. Goal kick for Chartiers Valley as he was trying to set up Corey Haim there, breaking towards the net.
Great moves to get deep into the Chartiers Valley zone, and a very nice pass, just a little too much on it for the cross, looking far post for his teammate.
Goal kick here for the Colts. Zajacek will send it back through midfield. Ball bounced around there, and the Planets will come away with it. Through midfield. Battle for it. Ball chested down, and a whistle going against the Planets will be a free kick for the Colts.
Foul went on Shane Listman through a touch of a shoulder there, going up for the ball, giving Chartiers Valley the free kick from right around midfield.
Taken by the Colts, fired all the way through the box and over the end line as Kovacs shot that one too far. And a goal kick coming up here for the Planets. You mentioned Shane Lisman for the Planets. And a great story is Shane Lisman. He was diagnosed with thyroid cancer a couple of years ago and has been able to battle through that, battle back to playing soccer, and work his way into the starting lineup this year as a midfielder as well. Number 8 for the Planets, staying strong and playing on. Great work, Shane Lisman, and continuing to fight. He's here this evening, the chance to win a WPIAL championship. Mars bringing the ball back here through midfield. Drop back through the circle, the Planets. Shane Fox, who checked into the game, has the ball stolen away by Josh DiMatteo. DiMatteo up the left side, looking there for Anthony Molinaro, who came off the bench for the Colts. Steal, though, at midfield. Corey Ferguson back the other way for the Planets. Ferguson dribbles, left-footed pass into the box. Defended well, comes back out. Lisman going to give it a run, and he will slow it down. Lisman dropping it back. Now he'll get the return feed. Lisman sending it back to midfield. Slide attempt out off of the Colts, and the throw will belong to the Planets right at the midfield flag. Break throwing it in. Down through midfield. Johnny Henderson sending it back through the circle. To the far side it goes. Colton Seifert with it there. Up the right side, DJ Carter, the sophomore, into the game for the Planets. Lead pass looking for Haim up the right side. Ball out off of the Colts, Johnny Henderson. And they say it actually touched the Planets, so the throw will belong to Chartiers Valley. As we see more substitutions, Vinny Caruso and Caleb Krebs check in for the Colts. So Derek McKenzie really using a rotation here in the early part of this game.
And that's what I saw a lot of yesterday as well, both in the girls and the guys championship games yesterday, 3A girls and 1A guys. A lot of rotation. And I wonder if a lot of it has to do with location in terms of offensive and defensive alignments. Just because it's the championship game, you're going to throw your best defensive or offensive sets out when in certain points of the game on certain sides of the field. Seems to be a process that has been used a lot this weekend.
Planets trying to get some offense started up the right side. Pass was intended for Carter on the outside of the box. Well defended again by Chartiers Valley over the sideline. And the throw-in belongs to the Planets. 26:42 left here in half number 1. No score yet. Boys 3A championship. Here come the Planets. Corey Ferguson, their leading scorer, looks it over. Ferguson puts it in the box. Loose ball, and taking no chances is Zajichek, who will come out and cut it off with players bearing down on him for the Planets.
Good ball. Nath just did not get a bead on it until the very last second, where he was unable to make the play, as coming up to make the save was Zajichek.
Long shot taken here and offline, but Dyron will take no chances on it. As that long blast by Krebs, handled by the keeper, would have been offline, but either way, same result. The keeper kicking it out, and it goes over the far sideline off of the Colts. So DJ Carter will throw in for Mars. Right wing side, Haim, double teamed. He gets knocked down, and away with it comes Vinny Caruso. Up the left side, Caruso with speed, bringing it across midfield. Caruso chipping the ball ahead, looking for DiMatteo, and has it stolen on a good play by Colton Seifert as the Planets send it back through midfield. Not a lot of chances either way so far here, Sean. It's something that you kind of touched on for being teams that have not seen each other and programs that are not familiar with each other. There may be some feeling out, but maybe a chance here for Mars. Lead pass up the right side. Lisman can't run it down. Goal kick for the Colts.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, in any sport, when you're not used to having an opponent, the only film you really get to see is when these opponents play teams that you have faced in the past. That's the only sense of film and sense of what the teams do that you can get a read on. And it wasn't until in the latter part where these teams were facing common opponents. And the thing with soccer is so many adjustments can be made, so many different formations can be used, that you might watch one thing on film, but for the week's work of practice, both teams could easily just flip around what they've already done and come up with something new.
Moving ahead is Sean Tinney, and he gets fouled on the play, so a free kick coming up for the Colts. Mentioned Tinney, the leading scorer on the CV team, 22 goals so far in 2K16. As Char Valley gets ready to set themselves up here with this free kick. Here they come. They get the set out there that they want. And a pass into the box, knocked down. Trying to slow it down and turn with the shot there is Sean Tinney. Off the feed from Jimmy Boyle. Unable to turn, though, as he was defended well by the Planets, who bring it back. Slide tackle over the near sideline, and the throw-in belongs to Mars. So good defense on the play there by Spencer Nath, as well as Caleb Brake, to prevent that free kick from turning into a scoring chance. Free kick for the Colts here from midfield. Chip pass up the right side. Ewer moving it ahead. He'll drop it back as Ewer and Sean Tinney work on the right wing side. Drop pass comes out here too far for the intended target. And that gives Mars a chance to bring it back. Ball bounced through midfield. Planets with control of it. Right wing feed there by Corey Ferguson. Taken back by CV. Here come the Colts through midfield. DiMatteo has a little bit of room to work. Now a lead pass. Sean Tinney comes in close. Tinney with a shot. Kept off by the defense of the Planets. Great opportunity for CV, but Lucas Mowry for Mars kept that one from crossing the goal line.
Unreal save. And it wasn't even the netminder for Mars that made the save. There were three different defense that had to keep the ball out of the net. The first one made the initial save. It started a backspin. A second defender tried to get it out, unable to do so, kicked it back towards the goal line, and finally a third defender for Mars knocks that one back and out of harm's way. Fantastic effort by the Fighting Planets defense there, saving goaltender Eamon Deeren from a goal.
Yeah, and that was Brake that made that first play you mentioned, Sean, and then it was Mowry who was able to keep it off of the goal line on that golden opportunity for the Colts. Best scoring chance either team has seen this evening. So close, that ball was right on the line. Now here comes Mars back the other way. Haim up the right wing side. Passing into the box, opportunity, turning shot, save made as Austin Rock found it and left-footed it back to the net, but Caleb Zajichek able to make the save.
Back-to-back quality chances for both teams, starting to break the defense a little bit, starting to read, and it's coming from the outside towards the middle. That has worked for both squads.
Out over the near sideline, throw will belong to the Colts. Chartiers Valley continuing to substitute, keeping those fresh legs in there. Krebs will handle this throw in here from the near side of the pitch. Krebs readies himself and launches this one towards the net. Headed out by the defense of the Planets, then chested down, fed back in. Loose ball still there. Brake able to take it and knock it back towards midfield with the left foot. Kept in, redirect to the left side off of DiMatteo. And it's still loose down there. After it is Hackett trying to slow it down, but it's taken away by the Planets. Lead pass all the way up the right side. An aggressive play by Zajichek as he comes out of the net and sends it back through midfield. Planets bringing it back through the midfield area over the near sideline and unable to keep it in is Corey Ferguson. So we will have a free kick actually here for the Colts.
Based on what I've seen from Mars offensively, they've had a few opportunities on through balls get away. Just a little too much mustard on them. And especially going, it's been 3-on-1 in favor of the defense as well on it.
Ball played back into the midfield area. And the Planets able to get a run out of it up the right side. Trying to find Haim multiple times on that right side. Hasn't worked yet, but he tries to drive in. Defended well on the mark by Charlie Kovac. Planets maintain possession, played back into the goal box. And CV sending it back through midfield. Mars trying to maintain some possession now. Feathers moving the ball ahead, sending it there to Riddle. Riddle double teamed, trying to fight through it. And Riddle has it taken away, still working. Riddle finds the ball in the box, and he passes it back where it's headed out by Tinney. Still loose at the top of the CV goal box, and finally the Colts able to get it back through midfield as Lennon Zrimsek sends it back towards the stripe. But Mars with some generated offense there for a change, and they've been trying to work that right wing feed to Corey Haim. Not sure if they see something or not, but that's the first time that Haim was able to do something with it.
Well, Matt, it's taken 18 minutes, but both of these teams as of late with quality opportunities, getting deep within the opposition. Goalies coming up with saves and defense coming up with saves. But both these teams, it looks like they found a formula that is working right now offensively. I think both teams need to just continue to stick with it and get these chances.
Ball all the way back to the CV goal. Zajac will take it there and send a high right-footed kick back through midfield. Ball is knocked down by Nath of the Planets. Nath brings it across midfield, and he'll find Haim on the right side. Little give and go now as Garrett Riddle along the far sideline, trying to drive towards the CV net, puts it in front. Loose ball knocked down by the defense, comes back out to where Nath has it. Nath back-footed pass on the right side to Haim. Haim comes back to Nath. Nath sets up from about 25 out, tries to feed it into the goal box. CV defends. Jack Barlow loses it at midfield. Opportunity back now for Ferguson. Long blast coming from Ferguson, and from 20 yards out, he fires just wide, but Mars maintaining a good opportunity there, and Ferguson, the guy they definitely want to have the ball on the foot of.
It all started with Chartiers Valley having issues covering on the far side of the field. Mars ultimately works it into the middle, and a slip by one of the defenders for Chartiers Valley led to the open opportunity. However, just hooked it too far away from the near post, sending it out of bounds and awarding the Colts with a goal kick.
Ball comes back through midfield, headed down by Chartiers Valley. Di Matteo, but over the near sideline and from in front of the Colts bench here. Mars will throw in. Seth Grady, the freshman, sending it in. Ball back through midfield. Brake trying to play it through there. And we see Rob Baumgartner into the game. Almost steal it away for the Colts. So Garrett McKenzie and the Colts. Quite a rotation here, Sean. It's been a while since I've seen a team use this many substitutions in the first half as this ball's headed back towards the CV net off the head of a defender, and then Zajac will go up and pull it down.
It really has, and the only thing, like I mentioned, that I can think of that these teams are doing is, one, using it to keep fresh legs, but two, maybe just different formations call for different players on the field, and it just allows your opposition to get a different look, and you have no consistency, but it's a good thing to not have that form of consistency because it can open up so many different aspects of the game when you use different systems.
And a free kick coming up here for the Planets as CV's whistled near midfield. 16:20 left here in this opening half. No score yet in this 3A championship. Still have the urge to call it AAA. Ball over the near sideline, and the throw will belong to the Planets. Seth Grady throws quickly, chested down by Corey Haim. Haim brings it back. He's going to pass back to the midfield circle. Taken there by Colton Seifert. Seifert brings it across midfield. Right foot feed up the right side, looking for Corey Ferguson. And it's stolen away by Chartiers Valley's Jack Barlow. Through midfield, up and over, Nate Wood it goes. And all the way over the near sideline. Possession will stay with the Planets. Here comes Mars with it. Corey Haim sending it back through the circle and giving the Planets a chance to set up. Dribbling in, and now a feed in front looking for Haim. Unable to connect as Seifert trying to free Haim up into the goal box, but just too strong are the Chartiers Valley defense, who have done a good job of limiting the Planets' attack when they get down near the goal area. Here come Planets again. Ball fed to the top of the box. Drop pass, long shot coming, blasted wide on the left foot offering there by Spencer Nath. Fired down from about 22 yards out and just misses.
And that's been the story for Mars. They've gotten opportunities, all of them except one coming from the middle of the field, but all of them going either wide left or wide right. It's kind of like a Florida State-Miami game back in the 90s.
Or a Buffalo Bills-New York Giants Super Bowl.
Yikes.
Back through midfield. CV with the ball. Sending it into the Planet zone. Headed down at the circle by Spencer Nath. And the Planets will regroup in their own end. Corey Haim with the ball. Up the far sideline. Haim looks it over, chips it ahead. Ball moved on by Mars. To the left side it goes. Baxter Eckenrode trying to move it ahead, looking for Jimmy Boyle on the left wing side, out over the far sideline. And the throw-in belongs to Chartiers Valley.
Number 10, Sean.
See Sean Tinney back in. Anthony Molinaro checking in as well.
Number 8, Shane Listman. And 24, Zane Mundy.
Couple of starters back in for the Planets, and Listman and Mundy too. CV throws in. Good opportunity. As it's headed back towards midfield, and then chested down. Colts with the ball. Planets take it away. And here they come. Through the circle with 13.5 left here in the scoreless opening half of soccer. Here comes Mars trying to drive up the far sideline. Ball fed towards the net by the Planets, but too strong.
Goal kick for Charlotte.
And a goal kick for CV. 2 shots to 1 in favor of the Planets. Mars with 4 scoring chances. The Chartiers Valley's 2. And our only corner kick of the afternoon belongs to the Colts. Not a lot of offense to write home about here through the first 27 minutes. Chartiers Valley did have that golden scoring chance earlier this half that was kept out by Lucas Mowry. Johnny Henderson looks it over, and he'll feed it back through midfield. Ball knocked down, battled for near the circle. Taken away by the Planets. They'll set it up as Nath sends it over to the right side. Ball moved ahead. Dan Feathers driving, trying to get through the defense, and he's marked well in the play as Kovac challenges and takes it away for CV. Kovac a left-footed try up the far sideline. Ball going to go all the way out over the sideline, and it'll be a Planets throw-in with 12:20 left here. Still no score in this opening half.
It seems to be exactly the same thing that's gone on all weekend here, well, minus the game prior to us, where Norwin and Cannon McMillan ended at 3-1. Yesterday, in the 2 contests that I witnessed, Moon and Montour. Moon scored with just 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in regulation. That was the only offense in that contest. And the only offense in the 1A classification, boys championship, was a Swickley goal with 1 minute left in overtime. So scoring has been very few and far between here at Highmark Stadium this weekend.
Defense gets better as the season goes on. Planets trying to break through. Haim up the right side, brings it into the box. Eckenrode will take it there for the Colts, send it back up the far side. And over the far line it goes. Throw-in belongs to the Planets. And DJ Carter will handle the duties for Mars. Carter brings it in quickly, trying to return it back to him. It was Haim, but it's over the far sideline, and CV gets it back here with the throw-in, and 11:05 now left in this opening half. We still are scoreless.
And after about that 8 to 9 minute span where both these teams were back and forth offensive chances, it's been very stale the last couple minutes, with both teams sorting out the defensive issues they had for a couple moments.
Colts trying to play this one into the Mars zone. Ball going to go all the way over the end line, off of the Planets, and CV will get their second corner kick of this half. This one comes from the near side of the pitch and will be handled by Hackett. To the left of the Mars goal, Hackett brings it in, right foots it across the box, and it's knocked out by the defense of Mars. Still loose, though, around there, and 2 good plays by Corey Ferguson, known for his offense, comes up with 2 good defensive plays there for Mars on the scoring chance for Chartiers Valley. To the left side it goes now. Eckenrode giving chase. Footwork along the outside of the box on the left side, puts it in front, loose ball redirect, and the Planets clear it out. SCV pressuring now, headed back to the net by the Colts Barlow. Over the end line, goal kick for Mars, but 2 good scoring chances on that sequence for the Colts.
Just can't break through. Had that one breakthrough, did Chartiers Valley, but since then, everything has been stymied by the Mars defense, which has been so stellar in the first half, despite just having 9:20 left. We've seen some good soccer with the limited amount of chances.
Over the sideline, CV will throw in now. .909 left here in this opening half. No score yet. Colts and the Planets battling here. 3A gold. Haim drives in tight along the sideline, but can't put it home.
Goal kick for the Colts.
And it'll be Chartiers Valley kicking it away here with the goal kick.
Both teams just back to that feeling out process, it seems like. Just enough movement to get working, then calming down, getting back into play, picking up a touch when something breaks down, just back to that defensive soccer that we've seen. And you see it right here with Chartiers Valley just being very defensive in its own zone, not allowing Mars to move the ball far at all.
Yeah, the Planets have not had much to write home about as far as offense goes. Neither have the Colts, really. The teams have had their chances, but the quality scoring shots have not been there so far.
I'm unsure of your count, Matt. From my count, I have 4 shots for Mars and 3 for Chartiers Valley, but a few of those have come from pretty deep distance on the net.
Yeah, you have total shots. I have the only shots actually on goal that the keeper's made saves on. 2 for the Planets and 1 for CV. So
that's what I have as well for shots on goal.
Yeah, it's not been a lot. So yeah, I'm with you as far as the scoring chances and shots go there. Free kick for the Planets from the far side of the pitch. So come about 35 yards out. And right-footed into the box, but headed away by CV. Bringing it back through midfield. Battle for the ball there. Fed back. Left foot try. Up and over. Still loose in front. Redirected out of bounds. And it's going to be a corner kick for Mars. Their first of the afternoon.
No scoring chance on that one for Mars, but that was a awkwardly high kick on the near side by Nath, sending it to the far side looking for feathers, but that one just sailed in the air. Didn't seem like it was going to come down and play, and bad corner
that
kick.
Corner kick does not work out well for Mars there.
Goal kick for Char Valley. In the game for Chartiers Valley is number 43, Caleb Krebs.
The first corner kick of the evening for Mars, just sailing out of bounds, and a lot of teams I've heard this weekend as well, have capitalized on corner kicks. A little work to do for the Fighting Planets after that first one.
Here comes CV back the other way. Feet in front, redirect, cut off. Nice job by Eamon Dyron to come out and take that one away on that scoring chance. Right in front for Chartiers Valley. Looking for it was Jimmy Boyle.
Just the second shot on goal for Char Valley. That one easily less opportune to go in than the first one. But nonetheless, Char Valley just doing what some teams like to do, get something on net and try to make something happen.
Planets trying to make something happen here back the other way. Corey Ferguson dribbling, but cannot get it on. And it's out off the Planets. Goal kick for CV.
Great play by Yor just to get enough of the shin guard of the Mars offensive player to send it out of bounds and send it the opposite way on the goal kick.
CV bringing it back. Trying to generate some offense here late in this half. Down the sideline, ball out, and it goes to the Planets. No score yet, 5 minutes left here in this opening half. Planets with possession, send it back through midfield. And Mars looking for someone to go. Shane Fox passing to the right side in the midfield area. Ball comes back to Fox, who looks it over. Left foots it here to the near side. Nath will handle it through the circle. Nath challenged and stolen away by Chartiers Valley's Jimmy Boyle. Through midfield, hard challenge and a whistle coming up here against the Planets' Lucas Mowry, who knocked the CV player down, so free kick coming.
Chartiers Valley.
This could potentially set up the third shot on goal for Chartiers Valley. This one, what would you say, Matt, about 35 yards out?
Yeah, about 35, 40 out, and almost directly on, coming up here from Jake Hackett. Under 4 minutes, no score yet here in this opening half. Hackett going to feed this one towards the net, looking for a redirect. Big save made. Follow-up try, it's the post. Not sure who got the header, but a diving stop by Dyron and then DiMatteo off the far post. Two great chances for Chartiers Valley.
So early in the game, it's the defense of Mars making stellar saves. That time around, off the header, what a diving save by Dyron. And then just like that on a follow-up, we get a rocket blast off the far post. Wow, Chartiers Valley just cannot buy one right now.
Big save made by Dyron, and then, yeah, the post helping out as DiMatteo's return shot did not go home, battling back a CV, and knocked down on the play for the Colts.
Goal kick for the Fighting Planets.
Hustling after the ball. CV fans wanted to whistle. They thought the break knocked down Jimmy Boyle, who was giving that ball a run, but not the case. So a goal kick for the Planets over the end line here with 2:45 left in this opening half. No score yet, but CV generating some chances.
Had a Chartiers Valley fan right down in front of me. He held the signal for a card to come out for a good 45 seconds. Still looking for it, yelling at the officials, but that was a close call. We've seen a lot of, I especially saw yesterday, the officials have kind of let the teams play out there. The 3A Girls Championship got very physical, very chippy, and officials were kind of like, oh, well, you're going to bow, somebody else is going to bow, we're going to kind of let it roll here. But single A, it got, or excuse me, 1A, it kind of got chippy to an extent as well, but officials kind of weaned off on the chippiness in that one and started making some calls. So right now we've had not too much of a physical game, more of a defensive and just a battle back and forth, really.
Yeah, it's been a clean played game, I'd say, so far, Sean. There's been a couple of close calls, but I like the officials being consistent about it. And if you're going to let them play, until it gets to the point to where it becomes a little too much, keep letting them go. And that's what they've done here so far. And I haven't seen anything that's been, over the edge dangerous. Header try in front. That was a dangerous scoring try. But Dyron makes another good save, this time on the redirect in front from Hackett.
Yeah, and the last thing, and to go off your point, Matt, what you really don't want to see, especially at this juncture in a WPIAL championship game, is the referees kind of make it about themselves and dictate how the game is going to be played. Let the kids on the field dictate how the game's going to be played. If it's going to be a little physical, give them some physicality, and when you think it's getting out of hand, then you take control and wean off of it. But I think officials have done a superb job this weekend in letting the guys and girls on the field play it out.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, a clean played game here. And all of the challenges, there have been some hard challenges on the pitch, but they've all been, clean enough where there's been no malicious intent. And I agree with what you said, Sean. I think that, I like when the officials let the players determine the outcome of the game and don't take matters into their own hands, because nobody comes to see too many whistles in a championship contest. Final 60 seconds here of half number one. No score yet. Planets bring the ball back through midfield. Mars setting it up. And a pass here. CV. Boyle sends it ahead to the far side. Mars able to get it away. Mundy broke it up, and they try the pass through midfield, deflected, but then Lisman finds it. Good footwork by Lisman. Up the right side of the pitch. He's going to move it ahead here to Garrett Riddle. Riddle can't control it over the far sideline, and the throw belongs to Chartiers Valley. We're down to now 30 seconds left in half number one.
Mars has had a lot of issues connecting on through balls and deep passes from middle to the corners. It's something they'll have to brush up on at halftime.
Blasted out here by the Planets.
10,
Lisman tries to find it.
8,
Up the far sideline, little bump.
6,
Nothing doing there. Ferguson with 5 seconds left, trying to put it in front. Haim turning with 2 seconds, can't get the shot off as he was defended well in the play by Eckenrode. And the first half comes to an end. 40 minutes of soccer in the books here from Highmark Stadium, and in your boys' 3A championship game. No score between Chartiers Valley and Mars. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Boys Soccer Finals, brought to you by Pro Grass, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, First in Turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, First in Turf.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDrivesYou. Carlo University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
Monticello's Italian restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us on the MSA Sports Network and receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to Monticello's.com. Monticello's, a Pittsburgh favorite.
Coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Girls Volleyball and Boys and Girls Soccer Playoffs is only here on the MSA Sports Network. Follow the action from the preliminary round to audio and video coverage of the district soccer and volleyball championship matches. Your exclusive home for all of the WPIAL soccer and volleyball playoffs this fall is the MSA Sports Network. For the most complete recap of Friday night's WPIAL football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show here on the MSA Sports Network. Hi, I'm Don Rebel. Join me in the MSA Sports Gang for all the scores and recaps from the top games, plus the MSA Sports Roundtable. That's the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the MSA Sports Network and at msasports.net.
Back here at Highmark Stadium, we are at halftime of this boys' 3A championship. It's time for your scoring recap, but, well, there's been no scoring. After 40 minutes, no score between Chartiers Valley, the 5 seed, and number 3 Mars, alongside Sean Saputo, Matt Vandriak, with you here on the MSA Sports Network. And today's postseason match is brought to you by ProGrass. ProGrass, First in Turf. Sean, there were some chances for both sides. Chartiers Valley had the better of the play through the first 40 minutes, but in the end, nobody able to come through on the scoreboard.
No, and since we can't talk scoring, I guess we can debate whose stats are closer to one another's in the first half. For shots on shots, total shots, I have 7 for Char Valley. I have 4 for Mars. And shots on goal, Char Valley with 5. 3 quality scoring chances, though, however. One that was just stymied by 3 Mars defenders. And then another one with a tremendous diving save by Dyron. But on the flip side, a rebound that had a golden opportunity to go in for Chartiers Valley clanged off the post, much like you would surprisingly see at the PPG Paints Arena, just it didn't make the sound that the frozen rubber connects off the post with. And then corner kicks 2-1 in favor of Chartiers Valley. Chartiers Valley started to pick up the play. Both teams actually did. After about the first 18 minutes in the feeling out process, it kind of picked up for about 5-6 minutes, and then both teams settled a little bit, but it was really Chartiers Valley who stepped on the throttle late in that first half and started to come up with the real scoring chances.
Yeah, that was the 27th minute, Sean, when Chartiers Valley had that golden opportunity, that ball right on the goal line, and you mentioned a couple of Planets defending. Caleb Brake was the original defender to get a piece of it, and then the follow-up was Lucas Mowry, who kept that ball. I mean, it was on the line when Mowry played that.
So close.
It is sitting on the line, and Mowry able to keep it out. And then, the other golden opportunity was whenever Dyron made that diving save coming out to his right, and then DiMatteo for Chartiers Valley fired that rebound off the far post, the 2 best scoring chances for either team in that opening half, and we're pretty close on stats as well. So definitely a half where Chartiers Valley had the better of the play, but the Planet's able to weather the storm and keep it scoreless.
That shot you mentioned, and I brought up the shot off the post, it was an absolute blast by DiMatteo. And I guarantee 9.9 out of 10 times DiMatteo would bury that shot. It just so happens that .1 just misses and connects square. It didn't hit an awkward side of the post because it didn't carry him out of bounds, and it didn't carry him towards the goaltender. That was a square shot off the middle of the post because it rocketed right back out into the field of play, and Mars was right there defensively, able to dump that one down and get it out of harm's way. And the one thing I could read out of these two teams that I would say need to be worked on, for Mars, they need to crispen up those deep passes. A lot of the passes in the middle of the field going towards the far and near sides of the field have been a little off, and they've been led too far, and it's caused throw-ins that has allowed Chartiers Valley the opportunity. For Chartiers Valley, the only thing I have seen is at times a couple of opportunities went awry simply because of a little too much foot movement, a little too much handling of the ball rather than just getting it on goal. Chartiers Valley in the latter part of the second half started to bring that opportunity, started just taking shots and getting what they needed on net, maybe setting up a rebound like you saw on that after that great save. Now, if Chartiers Valley can continue to do that, Mars is going to have to do that as well. Just get your shot opportunities. Don't hold the ball too long. One of these teams is destined to score here in the second half because both these offenses really picked up.
We'll take a break and be back with half number 2. Mars and Chartiers Valley Boys 3A Championship, scoreless here at the break at Highmark Stadium. And you're listening to and watching exclusive coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Boys Soccer Finals, brought to you by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
Make sure to follow the MSA Sports Network on social media this season for breaking news, scores, links to our articles, and much more. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MSA Sports and get in on the conversation with thousands of local sports fans. Follow us on Twitter at MSA Sports and check out our YouTube channel, MSA Sports WPIAL, for hundreds of video interviews with local student athletes, game highlights, and more. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, First in Turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, First in Turf.
Back here at Highmark Stadium, getting ready to get half number 2 underway between Chartiers Valley and Mars Boys 3A Soccer Championship. And this evening's postseason match brought to you by ProGrass. ProGrass, First in Turf. Matt Vandriak, Sean Saputo with you here on the network. And teams will switch sides here in half number 2. CV will move right to left, Mars the opposite way, left to right. And we'll see what adjustments the Planets make in this second half, because Chartiers Valley dangerously close on a couple occasions to breaking through with the game's first goal.
And for Mars, it's going to have to be boosting the defense in the middle of the field. The corners were doing very well. It's just that middle part of the pitch just was not kind to Mars in the first half.
CV sends the ball back through midfield. Slowed down here by the Colts. Planets will take it away. Bringing it back now up the right side is Garrett Riddle. Riddle crosses midfield, dribbles around a defender. Riddle passing ahead. Looking there to find Corey Haim. Ball fed back through the CV goal box. Slowed down here. Opportunity for Lisman, who tries to turn it over, but then has it taken away by the Colts defense. Good job down there by the Colts, Baxter Eckenrode. Ball over the far sideline. Throw belongs to the Planets. And they maintain possession here. Coming back through the circle. Planets with the ball. Right wing pass. Over to Fox. Fox breaks center. Or breaks midfield, that is. Almost said center red. Been way off course. It's one thing to call it AAA, but center red, that's a whole different sport.
Center red, the beautiful lines of a hockey rink. But I'm with you on this whole AAA thing, because when I played WPIAL Sports, I played in AAA, so I'm so used to calling it the same thing as well. It will always forever be AAA to me.
AAA, AA, and single A, quad A, they're all stuck in my head. It's been that way for, well, my entire life. So
exactly.
It takes a little adjustment period to get used to calling this 3A as it is known now. Long shot by the Planets towards midfield. Blocked down by CV. And they'll play it here over the near sideline. DiMatteo sending it over towards midfield. The throw will belong to the Planets. And the throw will be handled by Shane Fox from right in front of his own bench here on the near side of the pitch. Down the far sideline. Breaking in here is Haim. Haim trying to get through 2 defenders as he reaches the box. Has it taken away by Kovac. Back it comes, and CV sending it through midfield. Mars able to take control of it at the circle. Sending it back into the Colts end. Header attempt there by Lisman. He'll give a chase after it, but it's going to go over the end line. And will be a goal kick for Chartiers Valley, as Ewer was there to defend Lisman on that play.
I think Haim was just doing a little too much. He had the open lane for a shot, but decided to use the toes a little too much, trying to make a move past the defenders instead of just getting a shot on. And that caused a turnover and ultimately a goal kick in the end for CV.
Through midfield, here it comes. Battle for the ball. Planets bringing it back, and they drive with it. Looking for somewhere to go for Mars is Haim, but he just can't get free of the defense as Chartiers Valley does a nice job of marking him on the right side. Seems like no matter which way he tries to go, either Kovac or Eckenrode are there. Long shot. Goal! It goes in! Dyron coming out. He never reacted to the shot. And CV gets one. I
think it was DiMatteo.
I think it was DiMatteo as well. I'll wait for the official announcement. But he was just throwing that one into the box.
Well,
and Dyra never reacted to it.
Well, and what I'm confused about most in this whole scenario is the shot came on and Dyron stood there and watched the ball roll into the net. It made no attempt to make the save, and then he came out yelling at his defenders, asking them what they were doing on the play.
So we'll see what happens, but that was, I don't know if he thought that there was going to be an offside or what, but it ends up in the net, and Chartiers Valley gets the game's first goal coming in the 44th minute.
And based on what I saw with jumping up and down and towards the student section, it looked like it was DiMatteo who scored the goal because he was the first one to run around on that play.
I agree with you on that. I think the DiMatteo was the guy that took the shot. I was as surprised as Mars was when nobody reacted. Planets bring it back. Shot towards the net, blocked down. Ball going to come out here to the near side. Planets trying to get an equalizer now. Fed back into the box by Garrett Riddle. Still have no official announcement on the goal. I don't think anybody expected that to happen.
I'm still so confused on Dyron not coming over to even make the save. No whistle. And as I mentioned, questioning his defenders on that play as to why aren't you out there? Why didn't you stop the ball? Help me out. Your first instinct as a goalie has to always be make sure that the play is stopped and the whistle is blown before giving up on a play. And honestly, you should never give up on a play. Even if a whistle's blown and you see a ball coming towards that goal, your first instinct should be, I got to stop this. Unfortunate for Dyron, mental lapse between him and his defense. And now Mars has to play from behind, something it's not used to this year.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity there to really prevent the play from happening, Sean, because it wasn't where it was a sneaky shot. It wasn't a hard shot. It was just an opportunity for the Colts trying to just put it on net. And that's all that DiMatteo did was just dump it in, and it was from a 35-plus yards out as well.
It rolled. It rolled into the net. There was no bounce or anything to that ball. It was a simple roll. All Dyron had to do was step to the far post and field it like a ground ball.
So CV gets the goal on one that was very puzzling, we'll say. Here come the Colts back again. They're looking for more. This one rolled towards the net. Dyron will watch that one safely go over the end line off the foot of Tinney. And a goal kick for the Planets.
And the only downfall is if you're Mars, you cannot let that goal get to you. That is the kind of goal that you watch where it can just absolutely kill your psyche. Mars has to completely forget about that goal right now and go back to formulating its offense, much like it did in the middle part of that first half.
Well, we'll see if the Planets can shake that one off. Because, like I said, I'm with you as far as trying to figure out what the thinking of Eamon Dyron was there. I don't know if he thought that maybe it was offsides or what, but then, as you said, it was his dialect was not directed towards the officials but towards his teammates, and really just a confusing situation. We'll see if the Planets can get the equalizer. One guy who can score at any time is the man with the ball now, Corey Ferguson. Turns and right foots it. Redirect try offline. Good try for the Planets. But a Haim in a little bit too deep, and that kick just wide. Opportunity for the Planets, but for naught.
If you're Mars, great play, good setup on the cross opportunity, but don't try to be too fancy at this juncture. You now trail. Just get those shots on net. You saw how it's worked for Chartiers Valley. You just throw it on net, and you never know what's going to happen. One squeaked by. Just keep getting shots on net. That's the best possible method at this point, is to see, it may take 5-6 shots, but as long as you got them, take them.
Absolutely, and we see the ball come back here as the ball over the sideline actually ends up in the stands. Don't see that every day. Be a throw in here for the Colts from in front of their own bench. And here it comes. CV with the ball. Looks it over, drops it back. Out over the sideline, off the plans. Throne will stay with the Colts. DiMatteo, who we believe got the goal. Still no official announcement on it. But I saw what you saw, that it was the man from the far side who fed it in, and then he was the guy that came over here more excited than anybody. So Josh DiMatteo with the goal. Shot back to the net, and this time it is offsides against Chartiers Valley, as Dyron was well ready for that one, coming out aggressively to cut it off, but for naught. Colts looking for another. DiMatteo feeding the ball into the box. Back foot pass comes back to DiMatteo. Looks it over, puts it in, and cleared out by the defense of the Planets. Shane Fox sending it back through midfield, taken back by Chartiers Valley's Eckenrode. Eckenrode trying the lead pass for Sean Tinney. And that's one thing, Sean, that's kind of surprised me this evening, is that Tinney for Chartiers Valley and Ferguson for Mars have been kept in check and pretty quiet despite their combined 40 goals on the season.
They have, and there's been no even real scoring chance whatsoever when both Mars and Chartiers Valley have gotten deep into the zone. They've attempted to get them the ball, but it doesn't work. And then teammates, I feel like, are collecting the ball deep in the zone, trying to make it work to set up both of those players. But it still does not work due to the fact that both of them have been shut down, and then it stalls time, and the defense is able to react quick enough to where both teams are unable to keep the ball in the zone for any lengthened period of time.
Chartiers Valley leading by the score of 1-0 with 29:50 left here in half number 2. A goal in the 44th minute by Josh DiMatteo. Here's another feed, redirects off the defense, and Dyron takes that one away on the scoring chance for CV.
It has been all Chartiers Valley since the late part of the first half in terms of not only just shot opportunities, but shots on goal. Corner kicks was all CV in the first half, 2-1. I mean, Chartiers Valley has come out with some form of just shove it down your throat and go in this one, and it is working for the Colts.
Free kick for the Colts, and it's going to be handled by Henderson, redirected to the net, and Dyron comes out and makes the save on the second Chartiers Valley shot of the half. That free kick has been dangerous. Here come the Colts again. Nice work here by Tinney. And on that save made by Dyron as Tinney did everything but score.
There's that shot opportunity for Char Valley. All three shots this half have gone on goal. Everything is working for Char Valley.
Lisman back and left foots one towards the net. And the stop made by Zajacek with 28:18 left here. So Mars gets their first shot on goal here in this second half, and only their third shot on goal for the game.
And that's what I've been mentioning, is just put something on net. That one took a weird bounce off a defender. You never know what can happen. And it looks like that's the method at least Lisman is going with for the Planets.
Planets driving back. Up the left wing, it's Caleb Brake. Driving in deep, trying to get to the line, but can't keep it in. And over the end line it goes. Goal kick coming up here for the Colts. 27:45 left here in half number 2. CV on top by the score of 1-0. 44th minute goal by Josh DiMatteo. Back through midfield. And a whistle against the Colts. Offsides will be a free kick for the Planets. Down to 26:55 now left here. See Chartiers Valley substituting again here.
Crowd has gone quiet as well. After that Chartiers Valley goal, it got rowdy for a second, but both these teams going back and forth, and I mean, based on the look here, a lot of Chartiers Valley colors. Just looking at the student section side of things, Chartiers Valley is a pretty quality sized student section here. But on the flip side, the student section for Mars, which is very thin, all sitting down in angst.
Ball controlled by the Planets. Fed all the way back into the Char Valley goal box, and Sajacek will come out to his right and take it away. Right footing the ball here towards midfield. Headed on by the Planets. Through the circle it goes. And CV brings it back. Opportunity here for the Colts. Hackett drives. Colts player knocked down and still down on the play. Slow to get up there. Is Hackett, who tried to get that shot off. Planets bring it back. Trying to find Ferguson. On the play is Austin Rock. Ball headed down by the defense of the Colts. Johnny Henderson sending it towards midfield. Rob Baumgartner with it there. Through the circle, steal by the Planets. As up the near side here comes Fox. Fox trying to push it ahead here, looking for Haim. Ball taken away, though, by the Colts. Here they come. Up the left side, Boyle. Boyle looks it over, now going to try that pass to the right wing side, and stolen away by Caleb Brake, who's been strong on defense for the Planets here this evening. Now down to 24-45 left here in this second half. No score yet. I'm sorry, 1-0, that is Chartiers Valley. Goal coming in the 44th minute. All bounced around here by the Planets. To the right wing side, Nath feeding it over to Carter. Trying the return pass now to Carter. It's Ferguson now headed back into the box. Loose ball there, cleared out. Good job again by Johnny Henderson for Chartiers Valley. Mars comes away with it. Down the right side, Feathers trying to make that pass, and it's stolen back the other way. Here comes CV. Boyle. Good hustle to get back there by DJ Carter, and Carter takes it away. Colton Seifert, lead pass. Up the right side, after it there is Haim. Trying to drive towards the box. Right foot's a pass in front. Ball still loose. Now drop back, turning shot, blocked. Good job by Johnny Henderson to block the shot. A nice job by Caleb Krebs to disrupt that pass as well. So the CV defense solid in front of their keeper. Ball comes all the way back to the Mars net, and way out now is Dyron. Trying that lead pass, looking there for Haim. Haim trying to run it down. It's going to go over the end line. And last touch by the Planets. Goal kick for Chartiers Valley with 23-15 left here in the second half, and the Colts on top 1-0.
One thing I've seen out of Char Valley, though, is the mannerisms, even the slightest bit of contact. The players of Char Valley are trying to get something called. Char Valley was awarded the free kick, and the Chartiers Valley player that was bodied up on that play was pleading to the referee for a foul as if it was going to change the free kick scenario regardless.
Trying to buy the next one perhaps. Jimmy Boyle that is bringing it back. Nice pass there, Boyle working the give and go. Able to move it here. Baumgartner comes back to Boyle. Bending this one from 15, and he fires it over the end line. Goal kick coming up for the Planets, but a good give and go there. Nice job with Baumgartner and Boyle trying to set that offense up for CV.
Well, that was a shot attempt, but well wide of the mark. I don't think that was initially the plan. He gave that up for the opportunity for his teammate. I believe it was Yor, but Yor unable to settle it. Sent it right back to Boyle. Boyle just sailed it wide right.
Chartiers Valley has really dominated possession in this second half, and here they come. Tinney down the left side looking for DiMatteo. Cut off on a good defensive play by the Planets, but Tinney will find it back. Dropping it back, Tinney. Return feed. Garrett Riddle did a nice job to break up the first one, and now Riddle there to mark DiMatteo as well. Ball over the near sideline. Throw in and possession stays with the Colts. Caleb Krebs will throw it in. 15 yards out here on the near side of the pitch. Here comes Krebs with the throw, sending it into the box. Loose ball. D'd up by the Planets, but CV maintains possession. Here's a chance to DiMatteo. Left foot to the far post, and he fires wide.
Offside call gives a fight.
It was offsides anyhow.
I was going to say DiMatteo was a little bit ahead there in the box already before he even got the shot off on that one. Good call by the officials.
Now a whistle here on the goal kick.
Clock's still running, and Mars is pleading for the clock to stop while whatever is getting sorted out was being worked on.
And the Planets now with the goal kick, send it back through midfield. Slowed down there by Nath for the Planets, but then taken away. Opportunity now for Lennon Zrimsak. Zrimsak for the Colts up the right side, battling there against Nath. Nath takes it away, falls down. Zrimsak gets it back. Now goes to Nate Wood. Wood looks it over, tries to get around a man. Wood down the far side, battling with Brake, and challenges, putting the ball over the far sideline. And a throw in here for the Colts. Krebs will handle the duties from the far side of the pitch.
Good defense by the punter for the Mars football team. Double duty for him this weekend.
Caleb Brake, special teamer on the Planets football team. Krebs going to throw this one right into the box. It goes up and over the goaltender, but not there for the redirect was Tinney. He finds the ball now. Tinney, nice move to get around the first man, then cut off. Another ball into the stands.
And you don't get a souvenir here.
Got to throw him back.
Stadium.
Got to throw him back. Krebs will throw this one in directly into the Planets goal box. Colts trying to keep it there was Barlow, but he can't. Sending it over the near sideline. And it'll be Planets ball after the substitution. 19:15 now left here in regulation. Score remains 1-0 Colts.
Mars has to find something. Chartiers Valley has been dominant right now. Pressuring. Mars finally gets out of its own zone. Now it has to set up offensively.
Back through midfield, Planets with the ball. Shane Lisman dropping it back there to Nath. Nath going to the left side. Brake trying to break in. Gets around Kovac. Now Brake, right foot's it in front. Lisman there, but it's cut off neatly by Eckenrode, who's in the box and doing a nice job for the Colts in front of his goaltender. Seifert to Lisman, who will drop it back to the midfield. Ball taken and right-footed down the near side. Planets are offsides, though, and CV will get the free kick here as we approach 18 minutes remaining here in regulation. CV still on top, 1-0 on the Josh DiMatteo goal in the 44th minute. One we're still kind of shaking our heads about. Back through the midfield it goes. Colts with the ball trying to move it on. After it there is Barlow looking to go through midfield, looking for DiMatteo. Sent back the other way, and DiMatteo finds it with the header. Battling with Nath. Nath winning the battle this time, and DiMatteo grabbed his jersey. And a free kick for the Planets.
Yeah, DiMatteo just a little too much of the jersey. Good call. Free kick's going to move back about 5 yards.
17:20 left here in this second half. Coming all the way to the net and making the fair catch, if you will, is Caleb Zajic as he'll field it, hold it, and then send it back the other way. Planets will get a shot on goal for that, though.
2 shots on goal for the Planets, but both of them from very far distance. But doing what you need to do, get something. You never know what bounce may happen, and there could be a lapse on Char Valley side.
Pass up the left side comes to Tinney, able to chest it down. Tinney, a little footwork here at the top of the box. Brings it outside, now switching. Tinney battling here against Riddle. Tinney puts it in front, nobody home as DiMatteo was looking for the redirect. Good chance for CV, but unable to convert.
Good shot, just unable to connect. Wanted the redirect by DiMatteo. Just could not find the foot.
Approaching 16 minutes now left here in regulation. 1-0 the score. CV on top. Planet's trying to play this one all the way back into the Colts goal box. Zajic will come out to his right and take it away. It's the long right-footed kickoff through midfield. Headed back on by the Planets. Haim trying to generate some offense. He'll drop it back to Seifert. Seifert up the right side. Here he comes. Passing down the right wing now. Haim looks it over. Puts it in front. Redirect try, and it's going to be blocked down again by the Colts defense. Johnny Henderson, a nice job in there to break that one up. Mars had the chance, but were unable to convert. Back through midfield it comes now. Planets with the ball. Trying to move it on. Dropping it back. Lisman now goes to the left side. Break. Trying to drive. Left foots it towards the net. Blocked down again by the defense. John Ewer gets in front of it. And then it goes off the Planets over the end line. And a goal kick here for the Colts with 15 minutes now left here in regulation. And CV on top 1-0. Goal kick back through midfield. Hustling after it is Boyle, and he broke between two defenders, then collided with both Mowry and the goalkeeper. Eamon Dyron ends up down on the play, but no whistle. Ball ends up over the far sideline, and CV will throw in here with 14.5 left in the second half. Colts on top by 1, trying to get that insurance goal. Mars has had a hard time really generating anything against this Chartiers Valley defense this evening so far. Back through midfield it comes. Controlled by the Planets. They'll send it up the far side. Colts come away with it. Feeding it ahead. Boyle with it up the right side. Battling on the sideline there with Mowry. Ball out over the sideline, off of the Planets, and the Colts will throw in. Actually, it's going to be a free kick, and Hackett will take it just inside the goal box, about 14 yards out on the far side of the pitch to the left of the Mars goal. Ball sent in, knocked down on a good play by Nath. Still loose, though. Taken away. Tinney shoots and fires wide as CV generates an opportunity, but unable to get it on net, but they will get a corner kick out of it. Corner kick will come from the far side of the pitch to the left of the Mars goal. Here comes CV. Bends it in front. Up and over, nobody home on the redirect try. Molinaro trying to put it on net for the Colts. He was the closest player to the ball for CV, but unable to get it on the net. Mars bringing it back now through midfield. Caleb Brake tries to find room, falls down, but makes a left wing pass, stolen away by the Colts, but Brake gets it back. Brake sending it back across midfield. Planets with the ball. Long right-footed blast into the CV goal box, and Kovac there for the Colts to clear it out. Here they come through midfield. Chartiers Valley. DiMatteo and Tinney working the give and go. DiMatteo has it. Trying to find Boyle now, and diving out to cut it off is Dyron, with two Colts bearing down on him. 8th scoring chance of the half for Chartiers Valley. Cannot break through again. Planets with the ball. Brake looks it over. Left foot shot to the net. Save made. And Zajic hangs on to the rebound as well, with Lisman bearing down on him.
That's what they need to continue to do. Just get shots on net. You only have now less than 12 minutes to find the back of it to get this one tied. and possibly send it to golden goal.
Foul here against CV, and not a good spot to commit, as Kovac takes down Haim. And it will be free kick, and he's shown a card as well. So our first card of the evening.
Free kick for the Planets.
Shown to Charlie Kovac. He'll come out, and Mars will get the free kick. About 13 yards out here on the near side of the pitch, and it will be taken by Zane Mundy. 11:45 left here in this second half. 1-0 Chartiers Valley leads. Goal in the 44th minute by Josh DiMatteo, the difference here. Mars looking for the equalizer. Mundy gets himself ready here. Trying to see what the Planets will do with this free kick from 13 yards out, just outside of the goal box here on the near side of the pitch. Zajic readies. Ball fed in front, headed out by the defense, and it's DiMatteo working the defensive end as well, coming up with a big play. Ball comes all the way back into Planets territory. Dyron aggressively out almost near midfield there, sending it back into CV territory. Colts bring it back. Lead pass up the left side. Hustling after it is Nate Wood. Wood battling here against Riddle. Riddle wins the battle. Wood still on his tail. Seifert brings it back. Nice slide tackle by DiMatteo to make the steal. DiMatteo gets slide tackle back the other way as Seifert comes in from behind, and he's going to get a yellow card.
Now things are getting chippy.
Free kick for the Colts.
11:08 left. You got to lay everything on the line now. But 2 cards in the matter of 50 seconds in this one. As you see the will to win right now.
So a free kick coming up here. For Chartiers Valley, this will be about 20 yards out here on the near side of the pitch. The question is, will it be Sean Tinney or Jake Hackett who take it? They're both lined up near the ball. Hackett drops it back. Tinney going to shoot. And I think that Mars, Shane Fox got a piece of it all the way over the far sideline. Now that was just a shot by Tinney that just was offline.
Yeah.
It went so far offline, I thought it had to be deflected.
It looked like it had to have been, but Mars getting the throw on the play.
CV with the steal. Trying to find DiMatteo. Battling against 2 Planets. DiMatteo comes away with it. Looks to the left side, trying to find Tinney now. Tinney will track it down and spin. Tinney drives in, 20 yards out. Tinney with the shot. Diving save made by Tyron as he stretched low to make that stop on the 20-yard blast from Tinney.
And that is a makeup by Dyron for that goal earlier in this half, keeping his team alive, down just 1. Beautiful save.
Colts bring it back. Along the goal line, shot taken on that offering there by Hackett, but over the end line, he couldn't get it on net. Goal kick for the Planets as we approach 10 minutes remaining now in regulation, and CV still on top 1-0. Ball coming back through midfield. Planets trying to find the equalizer. Here they come. Ball fed in there by Ferguson, but taken away. By the Colts, sending it all the way into the Planets goal box. And Dyron comes out to cut that off. Dyron right foot shot back through midfield. Headed up in the air by Sean Tinney. And the Colts come away with it. Tinney and Molinaro working. Pass ahead to Tinney. But the Planets steal in the circle. And Ferguson looks it over. Ferguson has his pocket picked by Molinaro. And back now comes CV. Zrimsek trying to find Tinney. Mars takes it back. Up the right side. Haim battling on the play there against Zrimsek. Over the near sideline. And we'll have the throw-in belonging to Chartiers Valley.
With 8:40 left, will Mars crack Char Valley? Will Char Valley notch the Ultimate Insurance. One of these teams has to win this evening, the WPIAL Championship. Can Char Valley get its 5th, or will Mars get its 3rd?
Ball fed back to the net. Misplay, rolling, kept out! Wow, that ball was just turned and fed back towards the net, and it was misplayed by Zajic, but great recovery on the defense by Chartiers Valley. Lennon Zrimsek may have saved the game.
Matt, I've said it all night. Just get the ball on net. The weirdest of things could happen, and a memory lapse almost cost Char Valley.
From the corner kick, the feed there, and a shot taken by Ferguson up and over the net. But Mars getting the opportunities. That was a situation there, Sean, where Zajic just let it get off of his hands and roll behind him. But a great job by Lennon Zrimsek to keep that one from crossing the goal line. It was the Planets who kept one from crossing the goal line in the first half. The Colts defense comes up with a goal saver as well.
If you're Mars, you got to use those momentum, and you have to light a spark now. You've broken in on Chartiers Valley. You figured out what worked to get the chance. Maybe try going back to it. You only got 7 minutes left.
Push against the Colts. Sean Tinney will result in a Planets free kick. As you mentioned, 6:55 now left in regulation. 1-0. Chartiers Valley leading. 44th minute goal by Josh DiMatteo. And the Colts. Goaltender Caleb Zajic sending it through midfield. Whistle here. And it's going to go against Chartiers Valley's Jimmy Boyle. And we'll have a free kick for Mars. Ball through midfield. Planets trying to get something going. Break. Working here against Ferguson. Loose ball knocked down. Shot to the net by Ferguson offline. But taking no chances is Zajic. That one would have probably went over the end line, but he decides to cut it off anyhow. Back through midfield. Ball chested down by the Planets over the near sideline.
And for Charlotte, number 6.
And some substitutions here.
36, John Julie.
Kovac and Ewer come back in for the Colts. 5 minutes, 35 seconds now left in regulation. 1-0 the score remains in favor of CV. Ball headed around, bounced out. Tinney trying to find it, looking for DiMatteo. DiMatteo with the slide, but the Planets come away with it. Ferguson moving it ahead. Haim. Players breaking on the left side. He's trying to send that lead pass ahead to give an opportunity there for Mundy, but too far as it goes over the end line. And the goal kick belongs to Chartiers Valley with 5 minutes now left here in regulation time.
It just hasn't worked all night for Mars. That deep pass going from the middle towards the outsides. It's been long all night. When you see it, why not try to stutter step? Pull it back, make the D miss, set yourself, plant your feet, get a shot on net.
Colts sending it back through midfield again. Off the goal kick. Planets come away with it. DJ Carter with speed. Carter breaks in, tries to shoot. Blocked as DiMatteo got back. Sorry, that was actually Tinney who got back to block that one. Ball controlled by the Planets off the throw-in. Into the box, headed on by Haim, but he heads it too far over the end line as that throw in there, trying to set a play up Seifert, but Haim headed, I think, the wrong way over the end line, and a goal kick here for the Colts. 4 minutes now left in this second half, and Chartiers Valley still leading 1-0.
A lot of displeased Mars parents after the substitutions, as they believe the Chartiers Valley player took a little too much time to get off the field, just nonchalantly trotting, costing Mars about 10 extra seconds.
Under 4 minutes left. Planets on top by a goal. Planets trailing by a goal, but looking for the equalizer. As Haim Watches CV take it back the other way. Lead pass trying to give DiMatteo a runner. And the defender, Garrett Riddle, has to play it over the near sideline. Throw him belongs to Chartiers Valley as we approach 3 minutes now left in regulation. Thrown will be handled by Caleb Krebs. Krebs from about 15 yards out here on the near side of the pitch. Krebs looks it over and he launches this one into the box. Redirect try, knocked down by the defense of the Planets. And Mars will send it back through the midfield circle. Headed on now. Colts looking for possession. They'll find it at midfield. Battle there. Barlow knocking down the Planets' Kilton Seifert. But Mars comes away with the ball. Shane Fox to the left side. CV returns volley into the circle. Fox slows it down to Nath. Nath now to the left side as Mars tries to set it up in midfield. 2:45 left here in half number 2. 1-0 Chartiers Valley leads. Josh DiMatteo the only goal in the 44th minute. A goal that the Planets would definitely like to have back, Sean, because it was, I guess what you would say, if I was going to spell it out for you, SAWFT, soft.
Oh, you got me with that one. That was good.
Colts, watch the Planets bring it back. Mundy feeds, blocked in front. Good defensive play by Eckenrode. Ball out of play. And it's off of Mars, so a goal kick for Chartiers Valley. I'm really impressed, Sean, with the defense, as we've seen Johnny Henderson, Charlie Kovac, and Baxter Eckenrode in that goal box area. John Ewer as well, whenever he's been in there, just not allowing the Planets to set up any kind of scoring chances.
Yeah, this has been dynamic by Chartiers Valley. Mars had maybe one quality opportunity. Other than that, for Mars with 6 shots on goal in this game that I have marked down, only the one I'm bringing up, quality chance.
Ball played back into the Planet zone. Slide attempt by DiMatteo puts it over the sideline, and Mars will throw in as we're down to 90 seconds now left in regulation. Planet's trying to get the equalizer here with a last rush. Up the left side, Feathers. Across midfield into the Chartiers Valley zone. Feathers drops it back to the circle. Mowry handles it there. Mowry looks it over. Left foots the ball into the goal box. It's on the outside of the box. Seifert has it. Seifert dropping the ball back to Fox. Fox tries to get around a man and has it stolen away. Nice job by Caleb Krebs with the steal. And then Krebs will left foot it all the way back through midfield. And a whistle on the play. I say it was out. No, actually a whistle and a foul. It's going to be a free kick for the Colts. 45 seconds left. Chartiers Valley looking for their first championship since 2001, getting closer and closer. Ball played ahead, taken, and just blasted out of play by Lennon's Rimsack. Goal kick for the Planets. 30 seconds left in regulation. And the clock will be stopped. 28 seconds left. Dyron, big boot through midfield, headed forward by DiMatteo. Ball bent back towards the circle, bouncing around, taken there by Ferguson. 14 seconds left, Ferguson challenged, can't get past Barlow. Back across to the near side of the pitch, Riddle has it.
7, 6.
Seconds are being counted down now, DiMatteo, strong challenge in midfield.
2, 1.
And the Chartiers Valley Colts are your 2016 boys 3A champions.
Chartiers Valley Colts.
Drink it in, fans. Chartiers Valley wins it for the first time in 15 years. We'll take a break and be back to wrap it up for you. Chartiers Valley, your 2016 boys 3A champions. They defeat Mars, who come up a goal short for the second year in a row here at Highmark Stadium. The Planets fall by the count of 1-0. We'll take a break and be back with your post-game recap. Chartiers Valley, your 2016 Class 3A champions. And you're listening to exclusive coverage of the 2016 Boys Soccer Championships brought to you by Progress here on the MSA Sports Network.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveSYou. Carlo University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
I love how you remodeled the house.
Thanks, Mom.
Steaks are done. How did you two afford all of this?
We got a great home equity loan at Dollar Bank.
That's right. They have a rate as low as 2.59% APR with only $25,000 borrowed, fixed for 7 years. All my idea.
Your dad and I are looking to refinance, and that's one of the lowest rates yet. We really need to get our payments down.
Give Dollar Bank a call. They'll help you save a lot of money. Just remember who gave you the idea.
Oh, my.
Talk to a Dollar Bank loan expert today. They're not paid a commission and only have your best interests in mind. Start saving money now. Refinance to one of the lowest rates around. 2.59% APR fixed for 7 years. Longer terms are available. Stop by, call 1-800-242-BANK, or visit dollar.bank. Dollar Bank, mutually inspired. Rate is for well-qualified borrowers and includes a discount with a qualifying checking account. Not available for the refinance of a Dollar Bank loan, line, or mortgage of less than $15,000 in new money. Monthly payment of $13.03 per $1,000 borrowed. Other terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender.
MSASports.net is the place to click on every day this fall.
On Mondays, we have the latest MSA Sports Top 10 football rankings.
Also on Monday, we check in on the former district stars now making the grade in college with WPIAL alum Q&A.
Tuesday is a look back at the biggest and best plays from the previous Scholastic football weekend with the plays of the week.
We go big game hunting on Wednesday with a preview of the top WPIAL football contests.
I'll look into my crystal ball on Thursday with the wildly popular Chicks Picks.
A complete rundown of all the games comes your way on Friday, plus plenty of broadcasts to choose from on Friday nights.
On Saturday, we'll take a look at the top performances with Friday night highlights. Then on Sunday, a look back at the previous day's high school standouts with Saturday's Scholastic Stars.
Anytime, anywhere, always there this fall with the MSA Sports Network at MSASports.net.
Log on every Wednesday night at 7 for the latest high school football news during this week in the WPIAL here on the MSA Sports Network. Join Don Rebel and other members of the MSA Sports team as they visit with WPIAL football coaches, plus they run down the upcoming schedule and preview the weekend's top high school football games. That's this week in the WPIAL, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. this fall, only on the MSA Sports Network.
Back here at Highmark Stadium, putting the finishing touches on the boys 3A championship, won by the Chartiers Valley Colts, their first championship since 2001. The number 5 seed knocking off the number 3 seed Mars by the score of 1-0. Alongside Sean Saputo, Matt Vandriak here at Highmark Stadium, wrapping this one up and showing a back-and-forth game. But in the end, the Colts hold on for the victory with an early first-half goal that I think the Planets would love to have back.
Yeah, it was a goal that you just did not expect. And if you would have told me that this is how the Chartiers Valley Colts were going to win a WPIAL title, it would have been about the last thing I would have bet on in Vegas as to how the goal was going to be scored. It was just a simple dump in by DiMatteo from the middle, about 40 yards out, and just a nonchalant play. Dyron and his defense, no communication, and the ball just rolls into the net close to the far post, and that just completely changed everything. Dyron, as we had talked about on the broadcast earlier on, instead of going for the ball, stood there. He watched it, don't know if he had a brain lapse or whatnot, but then instead of talking to the official about it, thinking it's an offside, he was complaining to his defenders, asking, what are you doing? Like, where were you on there to get it out of my way? But that's the only way the game ended, and Chartiers Valley picks up its 5th WPIAL title. As you mentioned, the last time was 0-1, and then before that, Chartiers Valley won 3 WPIAL titles in its first 4 years of being Chartiers Valley High School since it was established.
And for the second consecutive year, Mars comes up 1 goal short here at the championship match at Highmark Stadium. The Planets also lost in the AA championship games in 2012 and 2010. We made a reference to a Buffalo Bills Super Bowl earlier. Mars, like the Bills, 0 for their last 4, their last championship coming in 2009. Goal scoring recap, pretty short. 44th minute with 36:40 left in the second half. Josh DiMatteo just sent the ball towards the net, Sean, from 40, I would say it was 40 yards out. And the goaltender, Eamon Dyron, just did not react. I don't know if he thought that it was offsides, if he thought that it was going to be off lines, but it ends up in the net. And that's all. The Colts make it hold up with a strong defensive effort. Stats like this. CV finishing the game with 8 shots on goal. Mars with 5. 4 in each half for the Colts. The Plans with 2 in the first half and 3 in the second. Scoring chances, Chartiers Valley generating 17. 8 in the first half, 9 in the second. Mars with 9. 5 in half, number 1, and 4 in half, number 2. Corner kicks, 3 for the Colts, 2 in the first half, 1 in the second. The Planets get 2 corner kicks, 1 in each half.
Chartiers Valley Colts.
Well, you get that picture of the trophy being lifted by the Colts. Got to tell you, for Mars, despite a second straight year of just disappointment at Highmark Stadium in the championship game, nothing to hang the heads on. You may think that, and it feels like when Matt gets back, he could answer this one too. It just feels like the WPIAL title on this side of the state means so much more than the state title does. But these teams still alive for the state playoffs as well. They start on November 8th, and with the victory, Chartiers Valley goes in as the 1 seed in the state playoffs. They now face District 5 champion Somerset on Tuesday, November 8th. And then for Mars, they will go in as the 2 seed. They face District 6 champion Hollidaysburg on Tuesday. And Montour, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, these 2 teams join Montour as the clinching teams in WPIAL. Montour, the 7-3, that would be the District 7 third place team. They will go on to face the champion from District 10. So there you have it. Championship weekend around the WPIAL has nearly concluded. The only game that may not have been final yet is the Class 4A volleyball championship at Baldwin High School. So at this point, 21 of 22 WPIAL championships this week have been handed out.
Congratulations to the Mars Planets on a great 2016 season. Again, so close, yet so far away. And big congratulations to the Chartiers Valley Colts. For the first time in 15 years, Chartiers Valley WPIAL soccer champions as they defeat Mars in this boys 3A title game by the score of 1-0. For Sean Saputo, Matt Vandriak saying thanks for listening to this one. And this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL and the MSA Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening audience. And any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIAL and the MSA Sports Network is strictly prohibited. Final score here from Highmark Stadium. Chartiers Valley 1, Mars nothing. The Colts are the champions of 3A for 2016. And you've been listening to exclusive coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Boys Soccer Finals, brought to you by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
You have been listening to exclusive coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Soccer Playoffs at MSASports.net, sponsored by Progress, by Carlow University, by First Commonwealth Bank, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Officially Sports, by Dollar Bank, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates. You can follow all the WPIAL fall postseason action by logging on every day to www.msasports.net. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of the Management Science Associates Sports Network.
MSA